Hey people, it's Naya Stokey. I'd like to thank Pro Black 43 for posting about this story. So this is from dailymail.co.uk. 50,000 a year to get taught by AI. Harvard announces it will teach students using an artificial intelligence instructor next semester. Ivy League students at one of America's most expensive colleges will be taught by AI next year. The teachers of Harvard University's popular intro level coding course, which typically gets about 1,000 students each semester, are experimenting with a ChatGPT powered teaching assistant. Professor David Malan, who runs the course, justified plans for the introduction of the CS50 bot by noting the course would often deploy new software in its syllabus. A ChatGPT AI teacher, he said, was simply an evolution of that tradition, he said in a statement. Our own hope is that through AI, we can eventually approximate a one-to-one student-teacher-student ratio for every student in CS50, providing them with software-based tools that can 24/7 support their learning at a pace and style that works best for them individually. The teachers of Harvard University's popular intro-level coding course, CS50, it's just another subheading, in his statement to The Crimson, Harvard newspaper Professor Malan specified that he and the course's staff were currently experimenting with both GPT 3.5 and GPT 4 models. Outside of the Ivy League, however, developers and software engineers have struggled to incorporate maker OpenAI's new ChatGPT 4 into their workflow, calling into question their new algorithmic co-worker ability to code. Is it just me or GPT-4 quality has significantly deteriorated lately? Asked one user of the Silicon Valley startup incubator Y Combinator Hacker News Forum. It generates more buggy code, the user wrote, and overall it feels much worse than before. Others in the community describe the AI software skills as significantly worse than past versions of ChatGPT, prone to superficial responses and nearly lobotomized in its answers to coding prompts. With the full cost of a 4-year degree from Harvard hovering somewhere between $334,000 based on rates for the 22 to 23 school year, paying students will likely want and expect that CS50 staff experimenting with ChatGPT will have fully worked out the kinks by September. CS50, according to The Crimson, is one of Harvard's most popular offerings on the online learning platform edX, with the school launched in collaboration with MIT in 2012. The two universities sold off edX to educational company 2U for $800 million in 2021, with the stipulation that the platform be run as a public benefit entity that also offers its courses as free to audit. While Professor Malan did acknowledge that early incarnations of AI programs like ChatGPT have been likely to occasionally underperform or even err, he nevertheless voiced his belief that his own AI teaching assistant will cut down on busy work. Assessing more qualitatively, the design of students' code has remained human-intensive, Malan said. Through AI, we hope to reduce the time spent so as to reallocate teaching fellows' time toward more meaningful interpersonal time with their students, akin to an apprenticeship model. College, as the saying goes, is not about teaching students what to think, but how to think. And Malan's parting comments on the new CS50 bot echo this teaching philosophy. We'll make clear to students that they should always think critically when taking information as input, Malan said, be it from humans or software. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Now, this brings up certain interesting questions. Now, I've talked constantly about AI. I've talked about how it's changing things in the courtroom with software that can be used as an app and that you can consult with that when you go for things like traffic cases. I've talked about AI judges in China. I've also talked about how there's all this medical technology. I've put stories about how you have laser-guided machines that can perform surgeries, and eventually they'll be doing that by themselves. I've talked about stories about automated tractors that can use lasers to get rid of weeds. So all this stuff is coming. And they keep trying to use this whole cope strategy of, it's just going to make my job easier. But question, okay, that's where it is at now. In 10 years, where will it be if maybe it could do the whole course by itself? I mean, I've talked about this with these law apps. They can get all the knowledge on all the law books ever written and can go through it in seconds. So why shouldn't they be able to teach? I'm sure once you get more advanced programming, you can make an AI program that can teach with this. I mean, they can do all the They can examine all the teaching styles of every teacher in the world who is highly rated and compile it into a program that can do it on demand. They can even have an empathy code or whatever it is. I mean, did you watch the movie Megan, where the little robot doll is now a substitute for its parent? So why couldn't an AI teacher do all of that plus more? It can even console multiple students at the same time. And this is another thing, this I keep saying, that you have to diversify your career paths, because I said this to people when I was talking about law, that just being a lawyer won't be enough in, say, 20 years. You'll have to have business investments, side hustles, in order to make ends meet. So this is another thing. This is the way of the future. You know, if you're studying to become a college professor, in 10 years, 15 years, I mean, it takes a long time to train with all the masters and the tenureship and all that comes into it. So by the time you're finished, this career might not be there. But I've talked at length about my examples. So anyway, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.